Well, really, this game was very special for our team, for our seniors. You know, to go out, having never lost to UCLA, obviously is a big deal. They'll remember the rest of their lives. And we're just really excited for our fans and our players, for everybody in the Trojan family. You know, obviously we know, having been here before, how critical this game is, how important this game is to so many people. And it's one thing to win the game, but it's another thing to play really, really well. So just really proud of our guys. Not many penalties, no turnovers in a game like that. I thought our guys played with great composure. And there's all kinds of obviously statistical stories within the game, but it was really just a team win with some great individual effort, but guys playing together for each other. And probably the best part about the game was the second half. You know, you guys that were here before have seen those type of games when we were here last time, and we come out a little flat and screw around in the second half, and all of a sudden, you know, you just win by 21 or something. So was really pleased how they responded to a halftime locker room that really challenged them. You know, they have nothing else. You know, there's no more games. You know, there's no bowl games. There's nothing more for them to do. There's nothing to rest for, to put the backups in. You know, let's finish this thing off and send a statement, you know, about this team and who they are. So really, probably more pleased with the second half, especially to be able to preserve the shutout.
You sound like you may have been pretty vocal in the locker room or after the game. What did you tell the guys?
Not that much, really. Our seniors for years here, I guess it'd be 10 years now, have always spoken on the night before in the team meeting. And last night I asked them, you know, are you guys ready to talk? And they get up, and they usually, all the guys over the years did this. And it's a really neat deal because they take a couple minutes to talk about being a Trojan and what they went through and coming from a freshman to a senior and some of them 5 years. And it was interesting last night. They said, we don't want to do that. They said that's not what we're taught. That's not what this is about. Every game is the same. No game is different. And so there was no talk about this being their last game or any of that, which was really neat. They said, Coach, after we take care of the opponent, we want to talk after the game because every game is the same. And so I thought that was really neat and really special. So that's why it took so long in there.
Were you involved in the T-shirts being made or being put in their lockers?
I didn't do it personally. I knew that it was going on, you know, during the week. You know, if we were fortunate to win the game, that they were doing that. They're just trying to. It's a great job by Pat, really. Pat is trying to do as much as he can. I know he asked. I don't know what the response has been. He's asked the league, can we get rings, hats, shirts? He's tried everything, or the gifts that they would normally get, the stipends or gifts they would normally get for the conference championship. And so I think it was really neat to see him really push that while I concentrated on the game.
How personally did the guys take the comments from you, Eisel, about the gap being closed? Because it certainly didn't appear that way on the scoreboard.
Well, I think they took it very personal. You know, there's no other way around that. You know, that's a pretty strong statement to make. And, you know, so I know our guys, our players took that very personal. And, you know, I don't know, did it motivate them? I don't know any of that. You'd have to ask them. But it was talked about a lot, and not much by me at all. It was talked about by the players, and I think they really felt disrespected.
How did you feel about it?
I didn't care. It didn't have, to me, it had nothing to do with the game, and I don't care what other people said, just like Nick Holt before the Washington game. None of that matters. This is about us going and playing well and preparing really well. And with the challenge of Thanksgiving and the different schedule and stuff, I thought our players did a good job, and our coaches sacrificed a lot. They wanted to make sure we won this game. Won a lot of family time this week. It was about this game.
This rivalry has
we have plenty of family time now.
This rivalry has enough motivation, but once Colorado won, UCLA knew they were going to be going to Oregon. Did you sense that enhanced your kids' motivation?
No, I don't think so. I was actually rooting for the game to go that way, just hoping that they would have some excitement, you know, in their hotel last night, you know, talking about, hey, we get to go to this, and just a distraction. Anything in sports, obviously, as a coach, you're trying to limit distractions. And so I didn't think that would happen. I didn't think Colorado would go on the road and be able to do that, but the fact they did that was really good. I actually watched the last part of the game right before I went to practice, rooting for that, because I was just hoping it would be a distraction to them and something for them to talk about, and their head coach to release a statement about, you know, while we were just sitting there focused.
When will you talk to Matt in terms of the potential of what's good for Matt, and the other side, obviously, what's great for the university, the potential of coming back and going to a Rose Bowl?
Yeah, I think he wants to take a little bit of time. He'll be busy here going to New York pretty soon, I'm sure. And, you know, when he gets back, we'll sit down. I don't think there's a rush for it.
Why are you,
I don't, you know, I know I'm probably not supposed to say this, But unless he just wants to do it to be a special Trojan, he ain't coming back. I mean, who's playing better than that in the country? You're an NFL team, and I've said it all year. Now he has the pieces around him doing it. How do you not draft that kid, knowing what a player he is and then knowing what the kid is? He's going up there in the top 5.
But Matt Leinart wasn't much different. Do you draw any comparisons when Matt was a junior?
Well, I think one of the things, whenever people discuss when guys stay and losing money, I think that you can't do that. And I know that you guys write about it every year, which is, well, Matt Leinart was going to get drafted. Nobody said that. Nobody said Matt Leinart was going in the top 3 picks, but everybody writes it and assumes he lost money by going 9 or 10, whatever he did that year. So, we don't use that. It gets thrown at us, well, Matt stayed and then he lost money. There's no proof of that. Last time I checked, there was only one team ever, Carolina, come out and say we're going to draft Andrew a year ago. Nobody ever does that. And so there's no telling where Matt would have went.
So where's the proof that Barkley's going to go in the top 5 then, if there's no telling?
Where you been the last 4 hours?
I
I know you'll give him a C or something like that somehow.
Maybe pretty much
The guy just set every record in this school. Without a bowl game, he just threw for more touchdowns than anybody in the history of USC in a single season. With a bunch of babies.
So Lane, have you given up on keeping Matt then?
No, I haven't given up because, like I said, remember what I just said. Unless he decides to do something that's just a special Trojan because of who he is and doesn't care about the money, this is not going to be a deal where, oh, he's going to go in the middle, he's going to go late in the first or something like that. He's every bit ready to go to the NFL. It's just going to be a decision, does he want to do something just really unique? And he might be the kid to do that. I think 90% of kids would not.
He was the first guy to address the media after sanctions. How special has he been for you as a head coach, just around the program?
Yeah, I know this probably sounds weird, I thought about it this week, and I probably shouldn't say this. I look up to Matt Barkley, and I know he's younger than me and everything. Matt Barkley's been through a lot of adversity now. I mean, for a kid at 19, I believe, to go in front of all you guys when basically all his dreams about football were taken away, no bowl games, transfers, sanctions, all this stuff, new head coach, new president, new athletic director. There ain't many 19s, there ain't many 39-year-olds that can do that, let alone 19-year-olds. So he's just unbelievable, and it obviously goes back to his awesome parents.